As I mentioned at the end of our last video, I next like to set up the 2D plan view. Inside Onyx, the 2D plan is essential to not only selecting fixtures, seeing status, and being able to monitor your rig, but also to the dial-S pixel mapping engine, which we'll cover later. And so it's really important to set it up right, because not only is it going to save you time, but it's going to allow you to do some really incredible things later on in this video series. First, let's navigate to the 2D plan. We'll find it on our sidebar here, option number 7. And I'm going to turn off highlight as well, which I had on for making my groups. Now, we'll press the live button to enter edit mode. Edit mode is where we're able to place fixtures inside of our 2D plan. I'm just going to choose from select here, switch to pan, move to a blank spot here on my 2D plan, zoom out a little. Perfect. Go to my fixtures and presets and select my first group. Now we'll go back, add the fixtures. I'm going to use the straight line add mode, press place, and then I get instructed at the top to draw a straight line. We follow the guide, get our line nice and straight, though we can straighten it later. We'll go over that in a second. And go to our next group. Now I can clear using the regular console clear, select my next group, or I can go ahead and I can just select and deselect groups with the touchscreen. Now we'll go ahead and add a second set of fixture. This time we're going to use some combined fixtures. So we'll go add, this time go to combined fixtures. And a combined fixture is going to be any multi-element or multi-part fixture. That's anything with multiple cells or heads or anything like that. We see them here in the Combined Fixtures tab, and when we bring them into the 2D plan, they'll have a representation that looks like the lens of the actual fixture. In this case, I'm going to grab my floor chorus lines, place them. Go ahead and place them on a line here. Perfect. Pan this view just a little bit better. And I'll add in my darts. So that's not a multi-part fixture, so we'll go back to our fixtures presets. We can clear, just like normal, select our darts, add those guys in. And this time I've got 2 rows of them, so I'm going to bring them all in at once and then show you how to rearrange them. So bring them all in here, all 12 of them, and then we're just going to go ahead out of pan to select mode here. I'll use the trackball. Perfect, we'll grab the second half, place them approximately. Grab the first half, drag them as well. We can use the grid to help them line up, and then we're good to go. Now we can add a last type of fixture. This time we've got our combined fixtures, we've got our Razor 760s. Keep in mind that the order that you select in will be the order that they're added. Got 4 of them. We'll change that scaling in a minute. Go ahead and find our second 4. Place those likewise. Now we see that these razors came in as a very large icon, That's okay, we can just select all of them again. Switching between pan and select. And then we can go ahead and use the scale here in the options. Set the scale to something a little more realistic. And we're able to go back to pan. Move them around until they look just like we want them to. Now here I'm moving them freely. And you can see they're going to get out of alignment a little bit. That's okay. Because ultimately, as long as we keep them in order, we're able to use the alignment tools built into Onyx to line them back up. So go ahead, grab our fourth one with the trackball there. I'm going to go align them to the topmost fixture. Boom, now we've got a nice straight line. I can also spread them evenly. I'm not going to do that with all 8 selected though, because it would fill the center. We'll get them just about right there. Perfect. Now, we'll leave edit mode, and we're ready to work with our fixtures. If you haven't already, now is a great time to turn on highlight and just select individual fixtures. Make sure they line up with your 2D plan as desired, so that when you select a fixture in the 2D plan, the representative in the rig also gets selected. Once you've verified that, there's a few other really cool settings in the 2D plan that can really help you out, especially if you're in film and TV or you're doing a theatrical type show, corporate event, lots of things. There's some really great tools in here. So back into edit mode, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And anytime I select a fixture, whether I select just a few, or maybe I zoom out quick to select all of them, I have some options on the side pane that change whether or not I've got fixtures selected. And I'm able to go here under text and get a number of options here. By default, the text underneath the icon for the fixture is going to show us the fixture number. But we can also show things like fixture name, fixture type, and my favorite, the percentage of intensity. So that when the DP or your show producer or whomever says, what percent is that light at? You can look very quickly and let them know right away. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to choose fixture number and percent. And now when I pop out of edit mode, I will see that I'll also see, as I zoom this, that I'm able to get it full size. Awesome. Now I do see here that I brought these razors in. They're sideways, they're oriented sideways right now. It wouldn't matter as per orientation too much, but I do want to move the label. So go ahead and move these guys. They are hung sideways. So for these, we'll just hide the label entirely. Perfect. Now, pop into live mode, and we see an example. We see exactly what's happening to our lights on the stage. Now, if you want to stop here, that's great. This is a front view of our rig. We can also create other views if we'd like. So again, in edit mode, it's very simple. To go ahead and here at the bottom, we can rename our page, which is always helpful. We can add more pages, and we can also, within our pages, bring up the Layers tab, add, rename, move different layers to be able to very quickly hide and show different layers of our rig. Ultimately, the way you lay this out is up to you and what works best for your workflow. I'll head back to my front view, out of edit mode, hide my layers, and the last thing that I like to do is save my view. So I'll go up here to the workspace chooser, and then I'm going to go ahead and press edit, press my button, unlock and edit, hit the save icon. You can name it at that point if you'd like. Go ahead, hit the workspace chooser, lock it back up, and you're good to go.